Welcome to the channel. I'm Mr. R, and the 2025 ice fishing season has finally been established, but I don't know how long it will last. This week I'm in pursuit of catching trout through the ice, and to do that we have to go to Justice Lake, located in 2 Mile Run County Park. So let's get to it. Hey, I'm Mr. R, and this is the Rondinelli Project. I'm on 2 Mile Lake, Justice Lake, whatever you want to call it. It's about 4 degrees below zero, and ice fishing is on. Not a lot being caught today, but I'm here. So I thought I would start my videos on ice fishing. So stay tuned, and hopefully we'll catch some fish. Okay, this is my setup. I'm running 2 rods. I have my heater in between. It's 4 below zero. We've got 8 inches of ice. Just as a note, I'm fishing for trout. On the right rod, I am using a mealworm on a hand-tied jig that's orange with a black tail. Here is the right hole that I drilled, and you can see the schoolie rod with the strike indicator, and that's the rod that has the mealworm bait on it. On my left rod, I am using a teardrop jig tipped with a maggot. It's a pearl white with an orange dot. This is the left schoolie rod, and it has the maggot on it with the white pearl teardrop. Okay, if you're going to ice fish, you need to understand something. You have to keep the bait moving. So I'm going to jig this rod as you see here. The fish are in slow motion, they're cold-blooded, until you hook them, then they come to life, but you have to get their attention first. So I'm going to pull this rod up and I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're jigging the bait. So I just pulled this up so you could see it. The water's very clear here, so you can see very well. But this is what it would look like down at the bottom, and I'm fishing in about 7 to 8 feet of water. And the idea is to get the fish's attention. This is a Eskimo flip style ice house, and it is really a nice ice house. You need one of these when you're ice fishing and it's 10 below zero. It really shields you from the cold, and it's got thermal covering on it. Here's what it looks like from the inside. There's the window. I've got the flap opened up. You've got lots of room for 2 rods, a heater. You could put a 3rd hole in if you wanted to use a fish finder locator. It's very well thought out. The frame is very sturdy, and the front frame behind the heater expands to the left and the right to give you an enormous amount of space. And this is the seat I'm sitting in, very comfortable. It's got storage to slide behind to put other things in to take with you. You see I have some tip-ups there, which I'm not using those today, but that's okay. It's too cold out. It's 10 below zero, or 8 below, I guess. I don't know what it is now, but it's cold. Anyway, this gives you a good idea of what it looks like from an inside view. It's got pockets on the side to store things. Now, when you close up the window patch, this is what it looks like when you have everything closed up. So there's plenty of light. The ice glows from underneath. But you would need light if you were fishing at night. And speaking of fishing, we're back at it here, jigging the rods. And I'm telling you, wherever I'm at is craptacular. Like, I think I'm going to move. I'm not going to bore you with looking at jigging rods for, end upon end. But I'm just in the wrong spot. So I'm going to move, I think. Okay, I'm going to move because I'm not getting any hits here, and that's part of ice fishing. So I'll pull up camp and go drill a couple more holes and see if we can find some fish. Okay, I got the ice house moved, got the holes drilled, got the bait down. We'll see if it makes any difference where I'm at now. I will say one thing. This new ice house, this Eskimo flip over, is great. It is absolutely, it was 4 below zero It's probably a little warmer now. It's probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 degrees. But with the little heater in here and you flip it over, I don't even know that I need the heater, but it really is nice in here. It really does a good job. So I'm really pleased with this. If you're thinking about getting one, I wouldn't hesitate. You know, this is a pretty good deal. Makes it bearable, because it would be miserable without it. Did you hear that? The forces of nature. The ice makes some pretty cool sounds when you're on it. It scares some people. This is ice fishing. If you're not in the right place at the right time with the right bait, it just doesn't happen. And that's why I did not edit this out. I wanted you to see they don't just all jump up out of the holes. Hello everybody, it's day 2 on 2 Mile Reservoir, trying to catch some trout, trying to catch anything that bites. It's 10 below zero. We've got really good ice now, 8 inches or so, and it's good and clear. Snow-covered lake. Not a lot of snow, an inch or 2 of snow, but we'll see. Yesterday was absolutely dead on the lake, and that's ice fishing. So we'll see if I can't put together some decent footage here, but it just hasn't been anything that I would write home about when it comes to catching fish. It's been just downright slow. That's pretty much everybody I've talked to on the lake. So we'll see what happens. Okay, this is the schoolie rod I was telling you about, very simple. And over here I brought a different rod today to set up. This lets you use a spinning reel underneath the handle. They have really nice rods now available. They're similar to this. They're different, but this is an old school type that I bought years ago, but I really like this. It allows you to put your favorite ultralight reel underneath. Still has a strike indicator at the top there, you can see. And you want to make sure you jig your bait, because these fish are sluggish. Remember, the water temperature is probably 37 degrees under the ice, and it's, you know, it's 10 degrees below zero this morning, and it's now, I don't know, 7 degrees outside, 6 degrees out, so it's a heat wave, right? Yeah, quite a heat wave. But I thought I'd show you the different type of rod and reel combination for ice fishing. That's my little heater. It's not a big BTU heater, but it does a pretty good job of keeping you comfortable while you're fishing. Same thing over here. When you're jigging with the schoolie, you just pick it up. Keep that bait moving. And just like yesterday, everything's pretty slow right now. So we'll see. Okay, watch the indicator, because that's a hit. That's what a hit looks like. You bury in the indicator and you set the hook. Doesn't feel like a trout, and it's not. I can see down through the hole, it's a bluegill. So there we go. Pretty sluggish, but that's the bluegill. Pretty nice bluegill, actually. Yay, caught a fish. Now I'm here a little later in the afternoon now. I'm fishing from about 2 o'clock to 5, trying a different time frame. The other day I was here earlier in the morning, and I think the afternoon fish is going to be better, and I'm almost certain we'll find some trout. Just, you got to have patience. A hit for sure. We'll see. Set the hook. And I can tell by the feel of this, he's taking drag. This is a trout, most likely. Could be a bass, but I think it's a trout. That's what we came for. And it's about 3:30 in the afternoon, so it might start here. This is the extended season, so you're only allowed to have 3 trout. Oh, there he is. I can see him. And he's fighting back and forth. And this is important. You want to try to get the head up, or you could lose him pulling him out of the hole. And there he is. Not a bad trout. There's a little better look. Now, this is a steelhead rainbow. It's not just a rainbow. They stock steelhead as well. This is, you can always tell, you can see the 3 bands of color, the olive and the kind of the pink and the white belly, but he's silver. That real silver look lets you know this is the steelhead rainbow. And I'm getting another hit right here. Set the hook. And this is definitely a trout. And he's fighting. I can see him through the ice. He's taking drag. He's really fighting. There he's taking drag. That's something you got to be careful of. You want to pay attention. They'll take your rod right down through the hole and then it'll be gone. I'm fishing in about 8 feet of water today. It's almost 4 o'clock. 3:30, 4 o'clock. And there he is. That's a nice trout. He's probably about 16 inches, 17 inches. That's not the best view. It's kind of hard to do all this. Slippery little guys. So I have to apologize on this next clip here. I accidentally had my camera set on time lapse and I didn't realize it until I saw the footage. So this is a little smaller trout, but I'll show you him here in just a second. But this is your true rainbow. You can see the darker color and you can see the definite pink band in the center, and it's more green and not that silver look. Here's a little better look at that same trout after I got the camera reset so that you could see what it looks like. And this is your typical rainbow. Not as big as the steelhead rainbow, but when you're eating them, you don't really care. And he was eating a black ant. You can see that black ant there. So it's coming together today, but that's it. That's my 3 fish for the day. So I'm gonna head home and I'll take these 3 fish and give you a little better look once I get there. This is your basic rainbow. That was the smallest today of the 3 trout. This is a steelhead rainbow. You can see the silver, how much silver they have on them compared to the one at the bottom. And this was probably the nicest one of the day. It was 16 inches. They're both about 16 inches long. And you can see how silver that top one is. But when they decide to hit, they hit. So that's ice fishing for trout. I'll go back tomorrow for day 3 and finish this film. We'll go from there. But I told you it would happen. You just have to be patient.
This ice fishing for trout is a waiting game. That is certain. It's not hot and fast. It's just a waiting game.
This is day 3, and the action is starting off right away. I went to the lake between 3 and 5, and this guy hit right away. And you have to take your time getting them out of the hole. If you rush this, you can lose the fish. You gotta wait till they get their head in there. And then you kind of slide them out. You gotta be careful on the edge of the ice. It doesn't cut the line. I'm using 4-pound test, ultra low visibility. This is a steelhead rainbow. Give you a little look at him here. Trout number 2, I almost lost the rod. Ice gets pretty slick inside the ice house. And in this case, what happened was the trout went around and wrapped around my other rod. I'm not getting a hit on my other rod. It's just wrapped around the line. That happens sometimes.
Wrapped around my other line.
Another nice little steelhead. Okay, and this is trout number 3. There he's hitting. Let him take it a little bit. Now I'm going to pick up the rod, and then I will set the hook. There's the hook set. And he's flashing around down there. Another steelhead. You see that black ant right there? And there he is. Nice trout. And that's my limit, so we have to call it a day. My film wouldn't be complete if I didn't show you how to break down this ice house. It's really easy and quick and fast, and it's a no-hassle situation. So I'm going to speed this up here just to save some time. But this is how it's done. I had some success on Justice Lake over the course of a couple of days. I managed to catch 5 steelhead rainbows and 1 rainbow trout. We are in the extended trout season in the state of Pennsylvania. And on this particular body of water, you are permitted to keep 3 a day. So wherever you're located, check your local regulations. Get out there, poke some holes through the ice, and catch some trout. Today's video question, what species of fish do you like to fish for through the ice? Hey, drop me your answer in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Good luck on the ice. I'm Mr. R. This is the Rondinelli Project. Until next time, 2 words. We gone.